Hi guys, in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make this classy off-shoulder draped top. It's perfect for date nights, dinners and even asoebi looks if you pair it with a fabulous skirt. All you need to make this is about 2 yards of fabric, some interfacing for structure and of course your zipper to close it up at the back. Let's get straight into it guys. First things first guys, you need your well drafted basic bodice block, and this is mine. Now if you look at the picture you would notice that there are no darts on the blouse. So where did all the darts go? The solution, the answer is really dart manipulation, and that is basically what we'll be doing mostly in today's tutorial. So let's get into it. Now starting with the front of my pattern, I'm going to go right ahead to mark in my blouse length, and for me that's 24 inches. So I'm just going to draw a line to represent that. Now if you look at the lower part of the blouse, you would see that it's not so fitted and there's a slight curve at the lower part of the blouse. So at the hem of my blouse, I'm just going to measure out ½ inch, and then I'll just redraw a curved line from there back to my waistline as I've just done. So now I'm going to add my allowance 1 inch at the hem, and then I'm then just going to cut it out at the waist. So no dart also, so I'm just going to close that dart up and tape it down with my paper tape. So yeah, I'll be using this to cut both my front and my back. Now for the next part, I'm going to transfer that dart that we have at the upper neck dart. I'm going to transfer it to my waist dart. So to do that, I'm going to cut one leg of my waist dart open to my dart bust point, and then I'm also going to cut one leg of my neck dart open, and then you close it just like I'm doing that. So now we have a slightly larger dart at the waistline. So now I'm just going to place another piece of paper underneath that just to close up the space, the empty space that we have there. So the dart is still there, so I'm just putting a paper to just close the empty space. So yeah, that's that. Now we need to draw in the neckline. So at the center of my pattern, I'm going to mark down 6 inches down there. That will be how deep I want my neckline to be, and at the side, at the other end there, I'm going to mark 5 inches down at the armhole side. So that is how high I want the neckline to be at that side. So from my armhole point, after marking the 5 inches, I'll just measure in 1.5 inches, and now I'm just going to reconnect from there back to my armhole. The reason why we did that is because this blouse is an off-shoulder blouse. So now I'm going to reconnect my neckline now. So from there I'll just reconnect back to my actual neck depth. So yeah, that is that. Now we need to do more dart manipulation so we can close out our waist dart and transfer it somewhere else. So now I'm going to draw a line from the side down to my bust point right there, and then I'll cut one leg of my dart open and also cut that line open. So now I'll close my waist dart like I'm doing, and so that line, that my dart is now automatically transferred to the line I just drew. Now if you look at the picture, you'd see there's a slant line going from the waist to the center. So I'm going to have to represent that on my own pattern also, but with a slight difference. So rather than have my own slant, I'm going to make it slightly curved. So I'm going to extend that line that we drew. I'm going to extend it to the point where I want. So I'm going to draw a line from my bust point to the point where I want, and then give it like a slight blend so that it's not too sharp, and then I just cut the entire thing out. So now our dart is off. Now we can label that A and B so we don't get confused. Now continuing with A, we need to draw in our collar. So at my armhole there, I'm going to measure at the upper part of my armhole. I'm going to measure 3.5 inches out. So if you are like a bigger size, you can measure 4 inches, then you draw a line out, then from there measure like maybe 5 inches down, and that's that right there. So from that mark, measure 3.5 inches out once again. Now connect all the lines. Now from that part, then you just draw a curved line like what we have in the design. There's really no measurements to it, you just draw the curve as you want. Now place a piece of paper under this, and then you just trace out the collar out with your tracing wheel, and that is what I'm doing right now. So once I'm done tracing it out, I'll take out my pins, and then I'm just going to use my pencil to actually trace that what I've just traced out, and that would be the front collar. So I'm just going to add my allowances, ½ inch at the top and then ½ inch down below. So and then you can just cut that out. Now I'm going to go back to my pattern, and then I'll clean up the collar that I just drew, and then I'll just add allowance 1/4 inch at my neckline, 1/2 inch at the armhole, 1 inch at the side, and then I'll basically cut my pattern out, and that is the body of my blouse. So at the center, just also add 1/2 inch because we have a joining also there. So yeah, these are all my traced out pattern pieces arranged. Now let's move on to the back. So for the back, all we need to do is to just draw in our off shoulder neckline and armhole, and also draw in our collar. So I'm going to make the back neckline slightly lower than the front neckline. So for this, I'm going to mark 7 inches down. At the armhole side, I'll mark 5 inches down, and then I'll go in by 1.5 inches, redraw my armhole just like I did with the front. Then you just connect all the lines. The only thing different is that the back neckline is lower. Now we need to draw in our collar, 3.5 inches out, and then draw a line 5 inches down, 3.5 inches again, then we connect. So everything is basically how we did the front. The only difference is the lower back neckline. Now I'll place a piece of paper underneath and then trace out the collar. So after tracing out with my tracing wheel, I'll just pencil it out so it's more visible. Then I'll just add my allowance, 1/2 inch at the top, 1/2 inch down, 1/2 inch also at the center. So yeah, you label that your back collar. So yeah, and then I'm going to cut that out. Then I'm going to pick up my front collar and my back collar, and then I'm going to align them at the side, because if you look at the design, the collar wraps around. There's no joining at the side if you look at the arm side of the blouse. So we need to join the two patterns together so we have a full wraparound collar when we want to cut on our fabric. Now pick up your pattern, clean up the collar, and add your allowance, 1/4 inch at the neckline, 1/2 inch at the armhole, and yeah, basically that's that. So look at that, that's how the collar will wrap around your blouse. Now let's move straight to sewing. Now sewing is really easy. I'm not really going to do a lot of explanation. Just look at the design and follow accordingly. So you just basically need to, we had to cut this blouse into different panels, into different parts. So you basically just need to attach all the parts back together. So you remember that we labeled it. So attach A back to B, attach B back to the lower hip part, the one we first cut at the beginning of the tutorial. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. So the only part I'm going to do a bit of explanation on is the collar. But let me just finish sewing this so I can show you what the blouse looks like. And so this is me attaching the V part to the lower part of my blouse, and then when I'm done, I'm just going to align that to the upper bodice part, and then I'll just sew my V to my upper bodice. But remember, my own is no longer a straight V, is now slightly curved, as I explained when I was drawing my pattern. So yeah, that's that. Remember to iron on interfacing to your blouse, guys, before you even sew, so that you get that structure. And now guys, this is the completed blouse. So you just need to attach your collar to the blouse now. So if you know how to attach a waistband to a skirt, that is basically the same principle, the same technique you use. I have already finished up the edges of my collar. All I need to do is to just attach the neckline of the collar to the neckline also of my blouse, and then once I'm done, I'll just pick the other edge and top stitch over the previous edge, so everything kinds of like gets it to all the like rough edges, the raw edges, everything will now be enclosed in when you top stitch the other edge of your collar over the one we sewed to the neckline. So yeah, that is what I'm doing. I'm top stitching the collar now, so I just top stitch it all the way around to the center, and once I'm done, you do for the other side also. That is the other part of your collar. There are two collars, so you do that also. And this is the completed collar, so you can go right ahead to fix your zipper to the back now, and that will be all for the blouse. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below your screen, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.